know why there's no chicken breast at Walmart? Because all the women are putting that.
That's why there's no cream cheese because
Carl,
people like Carl.
he's a toilet paper bandit.
Order. It's all good. Still love it. Cheers. Rolling down the rocks, man.
Salud.
What's that, bro? Kevin doesn't want it either. I don't know why.
Already.
Always ready.
Yo, welcome back to On the Rocks. You guys already know the vibe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch up on previous episodes. Today we got a special guest today. One of Miami's up-and-coming DJs, Mr. DJ Dexes, in the building.
What's up, bud? What's up, man?
What's up, Ed?
Yo, what up?
You're one of the good DJs we got around here. You know, usually in the Coil Taco Rum and Bass type nonsense, deliciousness. What are we drinking today? I know you brought something good.
We are drinking Jameson Orange.
I didn't know this existed.
It's delicious.
Who knew this existed?
Yeah,
That's
I
a
didn't
real
know.
question.
I didn't know this.
The Irishes were like, let's get some Florida oranges in this bitch.
Yep.
Well, let's toast, guys.
Ooh, salud.
Salud.
All right. So today we're going to talk to Ed. We're going to, pick his brain, interview him a little bit. Miami lifestyle, DJ life, see how that goes. Then we're going to bring out the Florida man. I got a good one for you guys today. And we have a topic that we want to go over, a question we want to ask you guys.
Gio is so funny.
I hate you.
It's so funny when you.
I feel like I'm on Howard Stern right now. It's just like the Howard Stern of Kendall.
Yes, the hood.
Because I remember Gio's last interview to everyone talking about sports.
Sports.
Yay, sports.
Hey, sports.
We got a topic today.
Today, we got a topic.
We got a topic today. If you had to pick 3 dead or alive artists to have dinner with, who would they be and why?
Musicians, DJs, producers, anything, bro.
Jesus or crackheads?
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
So,
yeah.
Let's get to it.
Ed,
Oh, we're
So-
starting just off the bat
we're
like
starting
that?
off with you, Ed. So, tell us a little about yourself.
What? Do I answer the question or I talk about myself?
Well, let me
Both.
ask you. Let's say. So I know that. What got you inspired to want to become a DJ?
It all started when, like in high school, I was going to a lot of high school parties, and I remember always having like my iPod on me, and people being like, "Yo, Ed, put on some music,"
Yeah.
and like constantly being the guy to put on music.
You set the tone.
Yeah, and it was just it's a certain feeling you get when you're like in control of something, and you feel everybody liking it and getting into it. So that's pretty much where it started, and then I just started getting into it, like DJing, bought a little controller, learned from there, and just kept going. I mean, I wasn't taking it super serious back then either. I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
And then eventually finished high school. Was going to Miami-Dade. And then eventually I went to Hookah Lounge across from Miami-Dade.
That's where I heard you first spin for the first time. I remember that.
Where I went up to DJ Frequency,
Back in the day.
aka Dooza. I met him there and I was like, "Yo, what's up? How can I DJ here?" Because I don't think I've ever DJed anywhere at that time. And I met Musa. Shout out to Musa.
Ed came with an iPad. I remember this first time that Musa goes, I bought this new guy.
Did he have the DJ program on the iPad?
Yes, so
Okay.
Ed came in and I remember Musa told me, he's like, this weekend we're gonna have a new guy DJing this and that. He told this guy Sex Ed, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, no. I see Ed pull up. This guy has a little iPad right from the start. And I was like, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I was skeptical at first. I was like, let me see if he can, control this crowd. And Ed did his thing, bro. Ed did his thing, man. Shout out to the boy there. That was those were some early times,
Yeah, that's pretty much where it started. Like when I started DJing at places, it was like 2.5 years doing that shit.
Yeah.
And we were all there, and like we saw how I grew from there, because I didn't know shit back then. I think about it, I'm like, bro, the shit I know today versus what I knew back then is so different. And yeah, then from there it was just playing wherever I could at the time. Eventually I started going to Tuesdays at Koyo as just like a normal party goer, to the point where eventually I got to play there, and now I do every Tuesday at Koyo for Roman Bass. Shout out Washing Fire and everybody there.
Nice.
I feel like I've seen two sides of Ed, because there was one time I've seen him, like I've seen you at Koyo, I've seen you do like, you know, like your parties and your clubs, and then there's the other side of Ed that does like Earls at Dayland and like small little venues where he's just the background guy DJing. And I think there was that one time I saw you when I was eating, and I go, holy shit, that's Ed. I'm like, what's up?
I remember I saw Ed at World of Beer one time in Dayland.
I DJ like randomly.
So speaking about that, Ed, like, what are you doing now in terms of DJ? Like, where are you DJing now besides Koyo? Like, because I know you just went to on a trip.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm part of Rockwell Talent. So I'm finally in the big leagues.
Dope.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to Rockwell Talent. And no, they've been putting me on a lot of places now. Like I have a gig almost every day. My place now, obviously Koyo on Tuesdays. The Wilder is my spot. It's in Fort Lauderdale. Gets wild.
What's crazy is I hung out with a couple of friends the other day, and a friend of a friend told me he goes to the Wilder on Saturdays, and I was like, yo, you probably see my boy DJ there, and he says that it's wild. It's like the Wilder.
Hey, what do you mean like wild? Like
White
wild?
wild.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Yeah, it's like wild.
No, it's a good vibe. It's never boring. The Angelus is another spot that I've been doing.
That's in Miami, or that's in Fort
Lauderdale. It's a church that they turned into a nightclub.
Sinning.
Lauderverse.
They praise God in the morning and sin at night. That's what they do.
So yeah.
Miss Rowdy.
Do you have a favorite venue, or do you have like a favorite genre that you like to play?
Favorite venue, always Koyo. Genre, I like house music.
Love house music.
Yeah, I can just play house music for hours.
Let me ask you. I know that you've just recently made a year with the Rockwell Talent.
Yeah.
How did that?
Congrats to that.
Congrats to that. You know, that's. How did that group Rockwell come about, and what brought you into their group? Did you seek out their circle? Did they bring you in?
So you're talking about like their origin?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been going on like 8 years now. Started with Brian. And it was all these guys like Zaya, Kaz, Paulie. In the beginning, it's just grown since then. I mean, I've always seen them and idolized them and like been like, wow, like these are the guys. Like,
You guys are like pretty deep. You guys are the Wu-Tang.
The DJ bro.
yeah, like to me, they're like the guys of Miami, like the DJs, the top DJs. But no, I've always seen them, and like, I think the first person was Paul that I was like, like meeting and like seeing for this like years ago, like seeing him and like being like, yo, what's up? My name's Ed, and like I'm DJ, and he'd give me advice on how to do shit, and from there, and then I met Kaz through him, and I've always been like, yo, like Kaz. He had Wood, he had all this other stuff, and he was just like the king of edits and all this shit. And just being around them, and like that's what you gotta be, is like you gotta attach yourself to somebody, because then they're gonna open doors for you as well. Then I met Zaya, and then eventually how I started was that they asked me to be an intern for them for MI Radio. Okay. So pretty much like help run the podcast and do edits and do all the stuff. And then eventually when the pandemic hit, that's when that's when it started, because they were focused more on podcasting and they needed like that extra hand, so I was there. And then eventually when things started opening up, like the whole industry was like quiet. Rockwell kind of took a break because there was no gigs.
Yeah,
it was tough.
Nobody could go out. Yeah, DJs took it hard.
DJs took it hard for real, man. I remember like a lot of guys were doing live shows on Instagram and like, receiving tips. It was That honestly was a lot of fun. I remember you doing that stuff too.
It was fun for like 2 weeks. And that's it. I still understand how people still do it. I mean, I get it. People that's their avenue. They love doing that shit. I can't do it.
You rather perform like in front of like live people or something.
Because it's funny. Because like, if you have your headphones on, you got the music blasting, all this shit, you're like into it. But the second the audio cuts, you're like, I'm just in my room.
The crowd gives you like the feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Like,
you kind of feed off of
little hearts. Oh my God, hearts. people are loving this. No, but in all seriousness, like, once things started opening up, you know, Rockwell was like, all right, like Brian was like, all right, we got to come back and like we got to come back stronger, because before their presence online was kind of just like a mess. Like their Instagram before was a mess. And he talked to Zaya and he was like, yo, let's make shit happen. And then Zaya reached out to me and was like, hey, look, we might have a job for you, and like being part of marketing and like working hard on fixing our image. And I was like, yeah, I'm down, because I don't have a fucking job. Yeah. And I met with them, and then it was literally a year ago. I met with them, started working on marketing. They're fixing their Instagram, designs, all that jazz. And then eventually they were like, all right, we'll give you gigs too. Cool. And then I proved myself in the gig range, because now I'm getting like serious gigs, and now
he got gang initiated into it. Beat his ass. Become a DJ.
Would you say that those guys are probably like your biggest influences in DJs, or do you have like a DJ that you looked up to that was like, oh, that like I always wanted to like be like that guy, or I learned a lot from that guy.
I know one guy. I know one guy.
I mean, that's how it was before. Like I used to look up to like really, like I used to look up to people like I've never met, and you know, I've learned that you shouldn't really look up to the people you've never met. You should look up to the people you can actually like shake hands with, the people you can see every day,
have a conversation with.
Yeah, because those people change, and if something changes in their life, you can learn from it. And like the people you've never met, you're just seeing a facade. I look up to DJ Snake. That was my favorite DJ. He still is, but like at this point, I know his whole brand and like what he does, and it's dope. But it's not on like the real level. It's not on my level.
Okay, I get you.
It's not on like everyday level.
Do you feel like Rockwell is something that's easily more like relatable to you?
Yeah, definitely. Cause
it's something you can grow with too. Like in case like you guys get to like say that next level, you've grown together.
You built together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like now I look up to all these other guys, and like I don't idolize them, but I see what they do. I see what they've been through, and it's best to just learn from it. Like
it's good to have those kind of peers.
Yeah, like definitely learn from others, because it benefits you. And eventually you're gonna make your own mistakes, but they're your mistakes. Just don't make other people's mistakes.
That's dope, man. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to Rockwell Talent. We'll put the links in the description.
Shout out to their podcast. We'll put the link for
MI Radio, DJ Kaz, DJ Zaya.
Maybe one day we can do like we'll do a collab.
Maybe
we'll talk collabs. Maybe one day. You never know.
We can do that.
We'll put all the links in the description, guys. You can follow their Instagram, their handles.
We have an idea for something that includes podcasters. But
okay.
I can't say.
Can't say.
Keep it on the down low.
Hush,
you know what? Before we go into the next one, what's your craziest DJ story, if you have any? If you had to pick one, that you can just be like, this happened, or
damn, how crazy? How crazy?
Go as crazy as you want.
As crazy as you want, bro.
Crazy you want. Who are we gonna tell?
Craziest DJ story. There's so many. I can tell you. Not crazy.
I know something has to pop into your mind.
Something has to pop up. You know, crazy stuff happens out here.
We've seen crazy shit outside the DJ.
I've seen crazy shit. And I can't. There's certain things I can't say, and then there's things I'm trying to figure out if I can. Get back to me on that. We'll come back to it.
Come back to that.
Think about it.
All right. So how about we start with the Florida man then? This Florida man is called Guns, Gator, and Meth.
That's Florida as fuck.
That's Florida as fuck. So when police pulled over a Florida man, they found firearms, syringes of meth, and a baby alligator in the man's truck. A 31-year-old Florida man named Michael, bro, I can't even see this shit, Marroya,
Take the glasses off.
was pulled over in a traffic stop at Naples, Florida on Friday. When they searched Marroya's vehicle, police found 2 firearms, syringes of meth, and a live baby alligator in an open plastic tub.
That guy. I'm gonna tell you the story how this happened. I
replayed
replayed it on my head.
I found me a gator. I said,
I
fuck it.
replayed it on my head. He went into the Everglades, high on fucking meth. It's like popping real quick.
I'm following you too.
Killed the mother of this baby alligator
Wow.
because he had the guns. He had the guns. Killed the mother and said, "I want a baby alligator that I can raise to be my own." And he took the baby alligator.
That's
the backstory.
Actually, though, but you know what though? Like, as someone, and I'm not condoning this, 1 or 2 bullets ain't gonna do much to that gator, man.
What gun?
He had 2 guns.
That don't mean shit.
What gun?
Yeah,
I put a 45 in that motherfucker.
Did they say what?
You just admitted.
No, my buddy that I know from like a couple of years ago. No, but for real, alligators put up a fight, man. I've seen some crazy videos where they can put up a fight and they can.
No, but if you get close enough, like, because I've seen videos like was it Swampland? I think they had something like that. They used to like hunt alligators.
Oh yeah.
You get close enough with a 45, like in the head, it'll kill the alligator. But you have to get close, like I don't
know,
there,
man.
point blank.
They some strong motherfuckers, and their meat fucking stays alive after the fact.
Gator meat's good.
Gator meat is gross.
Never had it.
What?
Gator meat is gross.
I
am not a fan of gator
I
meat.
didn't say I love it, but it's good.
I never had it.
Not a fan of gator meat. But what interests me is this is as Florida as it gets. Like, not only do you have meth, but you have a baby gator in your trunk.
You have a picture of the guy, Gio?
Yes, he's a very ugly individual.
We'll insert the picture of him right now.
He looks like Skrillex on meth.
Oh my god.
Like, that is Skrillex on meth. And I would not be surprised that you had some questionable stuff in your trunk when you get pulled over. But a baby gator.
I imagine him getting pulled over with like no shirt on, like
shirt on,
like tattooed, and skinny as fuck.
Tattered as fuck, and he's going, I don't have anything questionable in my car, officer. I would look at the officer straight up and be like, I don't know how that got there. But it seems like he was very proud of the fact that there was a baby gator in his trunk.
Florida's Breaking Bad right there. That's what that is.
He had meth.
Yeah, he did.
2 syringes. Like, he probably was already on it, and he was ready for another crack. Like, he was ready to go. What would you do in that situation, Reggie, if you got pulled over with some gators in your...
And meth?
And for meth.
First of all, I'm not having any meth or a baby gator and 2 firearms on me. I feel that... Man, meth is a hell of a drug. To make you do all that kind of shit. Did they list what kind of guns he had?
No, they don't really explain what kind of guns. Let me see if I can find an article, because this is off Instagram.
I mean, a lot of times they really don't explain it unless it's like high-powered like rifles. They say like or assault rifles.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's handguns more likely. Maybe a shotgun. We're in Florida, remember?
Never.
Do you think he was trying to do a music video? Crackhead Skrillex over here was trying to do a music video with that baby gator?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to drop a hot 16 right now.
He was trying to get another piercing. He was just trying to, get the gator chomp on his nipple and walk around.
Like Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
The poor man's jackass. Remember that's what it is.
He was riding a GMC. You think that's very Florida, man?
He was driving a GMC.
Driving a GMC?
Driving a GMC. You think GMC is like the Jimmy, the GMC Jimmy? It's a Florida man car.
What the fuck is a GMC Jimmy?
I don't know what that is.
You never heard of the GMC Jimmy?
No.
What?
I've heard of Yukons and Denali's and
What's
shit like
a
that.
Jimmy, Gio?
GMC Jimmy. It's a thing.
That is not a car.
Look.
G isn't supposed to be. Oh, okay.
GMC Jimmy.
That's Florida man as fuck.
Oh.
GMC Jimmy. I've seen this shit like I don't know how many times down
That's
the
a car you buy
down
at
my
a
road.
fucking garage sale.
Yeah.
Drive off.
Is that a Florida man car? No, that's not.
No, it's not a garage
You know-
sale.
you
This
know-
you get off one of those like repo.
No, you know what a Florida man car is? It's like a Buick, like a old. Like a old
Outta here.
Buick.
I thought you were gonna say like Nissan Altima or like
No.
some,
It's like one of those old like gray blue Buicks.
With the leaves like in the fucking windshield and shit.
Wow.
Florida man.
Are you saying we don't wash our cars?
Florida man, no.
No.
Those guys never do.
The only car wash they get is when it rains or there's a hurricane.
Yeah, Gio, let me ask you. You think a guy with 2 guns, meth, and a gator had a clean car?
No.
Okay.
but he was gonna do something with that gator and possibly get some money to clean that car.
Pup was gonna raise it and feed it, and then eventually, you know what? That guy for sure has no money. So eventually, he's gonna get hungry. And I told you, gator meat.
No.
If you haven't had gator meat, Kevin, never had it?
I just said no.
That's fire. One day,
I don't
we'll
think
try it.
that-
You'll try it.
No, I
I'll
don't think
try it. I've
try it.
had shark before.
Yeah,
I'll try
shark's
gator.
pretty-
What?
You ever
Yeah,
I've
you
had
ever
You
had
shark?
can eat shark?
Yes.
I'm out of here.
It's different. Not a great white shark.
Yeah.
Geo.
I've had like a
I'm
shark.
here. Oh wait, hold
soup.
on a second. Why not a great white shark? Isn't that like the upper echelon of the meat there?
I've had
That's-
shark soup.
No. I've had. It's like probably like the spinal around the spinal cord. with meat
Spinal.
on it.
My back's broke.
No, Kiev.
Shark's pretty good. Gator's pretty good too. It's
I can't think of
It's a
eating
little game, but
gator
it's good.
because it's like eating frog. Gross.
it's not like
Frog is a delicacy. I mean, I've never had frog, but
I've never had frog either, but Gator's pretty good.
they say it tastes
The
like
reason
chicken.
Gio gags at that because Gio has a
Gio.
from season 1 he has afraid of frogs.
Why are you so grossed out by all these animals?
Because I'm not gonna eat
what's
gator.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Food, like
No.
regular food.
What's your favorite animal? Like,
To consume.
I don't know. It has to be either like steak or chicken.
So cow or chicken.
So
Cow or chicken?
steak is not a
Cow or chicken.
keep it
But I'm not
simple.
gonna eat no gator. Like it's a reptile, man.
So
It's,
you're saying if we go, Kevin said he'll try. You're not gonna try in front of all your
you
fans.
should go. You should go.
yeah, but the thing is, I've had
Yeah,
gator
yeah.
and I wasn't a fan of it.
Oh, you've had it.
I've had gator,
Oh, okay, then.
but
Well,
maybe I didn't have it the right way.
How
But
did you
I
have
didn't-
it?
How'd you have it?
I had the motherfucker fresh. We just
fresh. Like you just
Put
ate
it
it.
in
You just
some-
cut the head off and just
grilled. it?
yeah.
let me suck out his blood.
We had it fresh, and then we put it in some. I don't remember what the fuck they mix it with.
Mojo.
Yeah,
Just don't-
we'll call it mojo. And then I think I don't remember if it was fried or just like put on the grill. I was not a fan.
I like Gator's delicious.
It was chewy. It was weird. I'm okay.
A little barbecue sauce.
Of course, you like barbecue sauce.
Fire. It tastes like chicken. It tastes like chicken.
Salty chicken.
Salty chicken.
Gross. Let's change the motherfucking subject, man. Let's get into the next topic. Nasty ass little gators and shit. So Reggie, let's start with you. If you had to pick 3 artists, dead or alive, to have dinner with, who would they be and why?
It's Tim. I went 3 producers here. I went Timbaland. I went Pharrell.
Sorry.
And Kanye West.
Now my question is, why'd you pick producers?
Timbaland, Pharrell, and Kanye West.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna be it? I mean,
I think that
young,
That's a weird-
young Kanye or not Kanye?
That's a weird dinner.
like all these guys.
It only got weird because of Kanye.
That's not. That's not. Kanye's not weird. He's eccentric.
Where are you eating?
Huh?
Where are you eating? You-
I had to pick a restaurant too.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go there.
I mean, God bless Kanye. I
Who's
mean,
barbecuing?
no, I mean,
No, he's a high end people.
he's a high, yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we go to like I don't know Ruth Chris or something like that.
There
We
we
have. I feel like those 3 brains together, right? I now have created what will be the greatest collaboration ever. If Pharrell, Timbaland, and Kanye got in the studio together, and they partner up with all the kind of different artists, but those guys are behind the scenes and doing the music, I feel like you're gonna have the greatest
Or-
album ever.
Here's my
you
question.
Okay.
Because you're going to Ruth Chris,
Yeah,
and you're a man that's not known to eat medium meat.
I can have medium meat.
How are you gonna tell them?
that's
How do you think they're gonna look at you when you go in? Let me get the medium.
All Gio heard about that was Ruth Chris. That's
your boy's hungry. Like,
All that Gator talk. I
yeah, this got my stomach
feel
growing.
like those 3 guys, I would
They would be okay with
wanted. I would have wanted to see because I've seen collabs with Pharrell and Kanye. I've seen collabs with Pharrell and Timbaland, but I feel like those 3 guys together would have been incredible. They would have partnered with the right artist, and that album I think would have been the greatest album of all time. Of all time,
Wow.
those 3 guys. Me personally, I would pick their brain and ask same thing where they got started from, but kind of just be like a fly in the room and just listen to the guys talk. That's how I feel. Where you learn about different types of artists and producers and how far they come, what they know. I would just want to watch them and just enjoy a steak. You good, Ed? Don't worry about it.
You got the big dog.
We're going to show Ed. Well, Ed, give me your 3, Ed.
All right. Kanye West as well. Elton John.
Okay.
David Bowie.
There we go.
Okay.
I like that.
And why is
Why?
that?
Why?
Yeah, I get why.
Because they're the genius of music. Like all 3 of them, geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that meeting will go? Do you feel like those 3 guys can collab together? And
Can you imagine that? Elton John, David Bowie, and then Kanye.
I would like to see a rap remix of Rocket Man. Like a nice hip hop remix of Rocket Man.
Wouldn't happen, but okay.
That would be dope.
It'd be Life on Mars, Rocket Man, with a Kanye West like
Runaway.
sampling, all that. That's what I want.
Yes.
I'll take it.
That's what I'm telling you. Kanye has to be Kevin. Imagine the Neptunes. Listen to what I'm saying. Imagine the Neptunes partnering up with Kanye, and then you throw in.
They did. You forgot.
I know they did. I'm saying, but then you throw in Timberland, right? You talk about this style. This guy can. These guys can all. They're so versatile. They can vibe with anybody. I don't want to have an orgasm on set. This is
Relax.
Okay,
Take it down a notch.
calm down.
Make
So-
yourself a refill.
So my own is not gonna include Kanye. I'll let you know that right now.
haters gonna hate.
Michael Jackson, Biggie, and my last one will be DMX.
Why?
Michael Jackson, Biggie, and DMX.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson.
I'm gonna tell you
and
why.
Tell them, yeah.
People think DMX is very crazy, but DMX is a very smart man, and he's very knowledgeable, and he's very like inspirational. If you really don't know DMX, he is a very inspirational person. Michael Jackson probably knows a lot more about the business in terms of music because he's been in it since he was a child, and he's owned, he's produced, he's written music. Like he is probably the greatest of all time, and the greatest entertainer of all time. It's Michael Jackson, and Biggie because you got to represent New York. I gotta know.
You knew you had to have one of them.
Insert New York reference.
It's kind of like it was like Michael Jackson to Lennox, and he's like,
You know, throw Biggie.
You gotta put Pop
He's not even
Smoke in
thinking
there.
about like his whole hip hop thing. He's like Biggie because of New York. That's it. That's all.
No, but Biggie obviously is a like in terms of like lyricism and like artistry. He was a very smart man, and obviously RP he died before his time. Like, nobody knew what he could have created and what he could have become. Obviously, after
"Where you
that.
guys eating?"
What are we eating? I don't
Yeah.
know because Michael Jackson's weird. So I don't know.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You know, Biggie eating whatever the fuck he wants. So
Yeah.
Biggie eating steak and shit like that. DMX. I don't know if DMX eats whatever. I don't think it's Michael Jackson's the one that you got to think about
So you
because
gotta go-
Michael Jackson's the one you got. It's whatever Michael wants to eat.
Cook.
And the day Michael's the king.
You're going to cook and I mean the hot bowl of soup.
Michael Jackson's not going to cook. I'll let you know that right now. If you don't know, cook's a hot pot place. Michael Jackson's not eating that.
He goes, "Notorious. Can we go somewhere?" And,
You gonna say no to Michael Jackson?
No,
no,
All right, Gio.
I'm.
For me, it was tough, and I had a couple of ones. I have to pick one, Prince, because Prince is my boy. Two, I'm gonna agree with you, and I'll pick Biggie, only because he was one of the best lyricists out there.
Okay.
And as someone who hasn't been like too into like the music when it comes to like back in the day on old school rap, and someone who picked up that like very like long not too long ago, Biggie's like one of my favorites. And as my third, damn, I'm gonna have to pick Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Really?
Yeah,
Why Aaliyah? I just
Yeah.
want to know what
because
Aaliyah
she was gone
Sorry.
too soon, and I want to pick her brain.
And Biggie Smalls wasn't?
He was gone too
Oh,
soon.
okay, okay.
He was, but at the end of the day, you have to think too. Like,
Pick her brain about what though? Like Aaliyah.
I wanted to ask her. Like, imagine she's what would you have to wonder like what if these artists, especially Biggie too, like what would have happened if they were still alive,
The thing
and
is-
what if they were still here?
The thing is, picking Aaliyah's brain is kind of hard versus Biggie's because Aaliyah, she was very young at the time that she died.
Yeah.
So I don't think she really knew that much in terms of like that much into the industry as much as Biggie had more control over it because Biggie created a lot more.
Yeah.
Aaliyah was more under Missy, so you could talk to her,
You
but
can.
Yeah, but learning about it too, like imagine like what would have happened if they were still in the game.
I mean, yeah, but
So I want to ask them like, like maybe show them music now, and be like, what are your thoughts of it while we're eating delicious food?
honestly, we think about it like if you look at like rappers back then and what they're doing, the ones that are alive and what they're doing now, they're not really doing music like that now. They might make some like one or two songs here and there, but they just let the younger generation do what they want at that point.
And Prince, because obviously it's Prince.
Yeah.
Like
That's
to
a
me, not to be biased, but to me, Prince has to be one of the greatest performers and artists of all
Have
time.
you ever seen Prince live?
No,
Oh, so how do you know?
because I've listened to every Prince song to the day like on repeat, and I've watched Purple Rain like at least 4 or 5 times.
That's a great movie.
It's a great film.
I can argue say Michael Jackson is probably one of the greatest performers alive because I've seen grown men cry at his at his concerts. But yeah, Prince is too. Prince is up there. Prince is very like inspirational. He's very up there.
I mean,
He's a hell of a basketball player.
the way I say it too, like me and Reggie have this conversation all the time, and like me and Reggie go back and forth between who's the better performer. I hate you. Game.
It's a.
Blouses.
You guys don't get the basketball reference? Watch Dave Chappelle.
You guys want pancakes?
He makes good pancakes.
Bitches. Oh shit.
Your team versus me. And the
I grew
Revolution.
up. I grew up listening a lot to Pharrell and the Neptunes. Like, that was one of my biggest inspirations as far as like listening to like really good music producers and his versatility with different artists. And then once he eventually did like a collab with Kanye too. You guys know my affinity with Kanye. I think he's the show. If you haven't seen Genius yet, even if whether you knew Kanye before or after that, like watch the show Genius. You're gonna learn a lot about the guy that a lot of people don't talk about. But I feel like I said, those 3 guys, they revolutionized music in the industry. Like, they brought different sounds, and I want to see how they can bring together their different styles of music from where they're from Chicago, from Virginia. And bro, I want to see that album.
Speaking about a producer though, like you wouldn't think of like Q-Tip as a producer. Q-Tip's a fucking huge producer.
I love Q-Tip. I love him. These are the guys that I grew up around listening to. I love Q-Tip. I love Just Blaze and those guys. I love a lot of guys, but if I had to narrow it to 3 guys and my favorites, is those guys.
I think I have to agree with you because to me, Pharrell has to be one of the best producers of all time, and his music has always been like it. You have to remember, like when it comes to art, like it's hard to keep up with it, and Pharrell has always been one of those people that keeps up with the times. And I can still listen to anything Pharrell puts out.
And the guy doesn't fucking age. What
No,
did
he
you guys do in
doesn't.
the Fountain of Youth, Pharrell?
Is
He's an alien.
Is the Blasian.
Unbelievable, bro.
He's an
The guy-
alien. He found the Fountain of Youth, and he figured it out.
Ed, where are you taking those 3 guys to eat? Where are you taking David
Oh.
Bowie and Elton John guys to eat?
Taco Bell.
No. You know damn well Elton John ain't no damn Taco Bell.
And I know where you're gonna take him. We're gonna go to that taco spot in Winwood.
Elton John's not eating tacos.
that we
bro.
get lost in.
I was actually there last night.
Elton John can eat
The taco
tacos.
spot that we get lost in, bro.
What's wrong? Elton John doesn't like tacos. How you know, Kevin?
I mean, they're probably paying, right?
You're gonna eat like a king that day.
I don't know. Let's go to Komodo.
Oof.
Oh,
I never heard it. What's Komodo? Sorry, I never heard it. It's
One
sushi?
of Dave Grutman's restaurants in Brickell.
Oh, okay.
It's like super expensive.
He's like,
What do you have
you
in
got
there?
this right.
Oh, Peking duck.
Ooh.
Watch out, little peeking.
Peking ducks is very amazing.
But that's, I mean, you guys let us know what 3 producers or artists and musicians, DJs that you want to have dinner with, and we'll kind of see and go off what you guys think too. You know,
If you don't like our answers, tell us why not.
I know everybody's gonna like mine for sure.
Here we go.
I like
Mine
Kanye.
for sure. I have Pharrell, Kanye, and Timbaland. I could say Kanye, and I should just leave it.
I have
there.
Michael Jackson.
Why did your hand wiggle when you
Wait,
did it? You're
time
like,
out. I have Michael Jackson, Biggie, and DMX.
right, but Michael Jackson's a little.
What?
He's on the edge.
Of what?
Well, I'm not gonna talk
Greatness?
about that on the mic.
He's great.
I'm not gonna talk about that live.
Michael Jackson didn't do it.
We don't know.
No, he was proven innocent.
Yeah.
Tell you, let's get that one out there.
Yeah,
Listen.
so was OJ. You guys give me shit about OJ Simpson.
No, that's different. It's 100%
Yeah,
different.
no.
We all know that even. All right.
Prove
On the
it.
record,
OJ did it.
we all know. Let's put it like this. He probably didn't do it physically, but we all know he did it.
He called somebody. He said, "Yo, I need this taken care of."
Bro, he jokes about it today. Like, it's crazy.
Didn't he make a book? He wrote a book that said if I didn't do it, but if I did.
If I did it, this is how I do it. Didn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. You guys wouldn't know unless you had met OJ like I did. You don't know.
The Jews? You met the Jews.
Shake
You met
hands-
him?
Yeah, I was a little kid. Bro, I remember.
You don't remember that shit?
I remember because at the time my mom was talking about the whole case and stuff like that. By my Publix.
Was he like, nice to meet you, young man? Did he do that? Did he do it?
Why did he sound so ignorant?
No, I'm just saying. Like, that's how Dave Chappelle did it.
OJ that day
Oh shit!
He was not the.
He was at
not,
Publix?
Yeah, he was not the
He was
popular.
getting a sub.
He didn't win the popularity vote in Publix. He was getting a lot of booze.
No shit.
No way.
And my mom was
Why the
like,
fuck would he go to
my
Publix?
mom was like, "That's OJ." And we were walking by him, and I looked, and I remember I don't remember the whole case.
Reggie just starts drunk, like, oh my god.
And yeah, he was like, he gave me like a little like hey, little kid, you know what I mean?
Hey there, little buddy.
Hey, how's it going, big guy?
I knew that day. That guy couldn't. That guy.
Yeah, but remember, Dave Chappelle said the same thing. Like the first couple times until the last time he met OJ. Like
That motherfucker did that shit.
We'll never know.
no, okay.
Yeah. We'll take us out,
you.
Gio.
All right, boys.
Oh,
Guys, don't forget-
I didn't tell my.
Oh,
Oh, well, you got a story now.
Oh, you got it. You thought of it. All right, let's go.
So this whole time, I kept thinking about it, and I couldn't think about it.
That's the story.
No. I guess I'll tell you what happened to me in Orlando this last Thursday, because it was wild. All right. So, I went to Orlando this past weekend. I hit up my boys. Shout out Kevin Kahn, Alex Chang. They put me on for patio and shots, but patio was for Thursday. I get there Thursday. I walk in, bro. The place, patio. If you ever been, it reminds me of wood back in the day.
Okay.
And I was like, "Yo, this spot's dope." They even have like an upstairs. It's like a different vibe upstairs, but downstairs is like a mini wood.
Okay.
So I don't know. Everyone's getting hyped, and like as soon as I get there, they give me a shot of tequila. Take a shot of tequila. I'm like, all right.
Starting
Off rip.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, well, if I take a shot of tequila, I'll just stick with tequila. So I was like, I'll get a tequila soda. I'm holding on to my tequila soda.
Ew.
Yeah. I kind of wish I didn't do that.
I've had tequila and Sprite. It's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
You got like club soda?
I know, I get tequila soda.
Don't
lime.
bring up the things that I like,
You
Kevin.
get gin and tonic.
Yeah, it's delicious. What's wrong with you? It's all American.
Tequila soda lime's my go-to now.
Okay.
Well, now it's vodka.
It's the same weight. It's white.
Yeah.
Loose is loose.
I've been trying to stick clear. So I was like, fuck it, I'll stick with tequila soda for the night. And I'm there getting my tequila soda on, and then it's time for me to jump on. When I'm jumping on, I'm already like, damn, I already got a buzz. All right, it's gonna be a good night. Set up, I start playing, I start doing routines, bro. That shit was lit. People were going ape shit. Motherfuckers pull out Dominican and Puerto Rican flags. I was like, they just brought these here. Like, they brought them out here.
They keep them because you never know when something's gonna pop off, and you
Bro,
have to pull them out. You
I
have to be
pull
ready.
them out. I'm playing Dembo. I'm playing Bad Bunny. I'm playing all this shit. People are losing it. And I'm just like feeding off their energy. And people start, like, random people coming up. Yo, I got you a shot. I was like, it's tequila? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
That's how it starts. See, they go to their booth, they start feeding the DJs. So that's
Bro, people buying me shots, giving me shots, and then my girl and her friends came, and then they spoiler alert, they snuck alcohol in.
Okay.
I don't know. They made a big deal, like, yo, can we sneak out? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not involved. They snuck alcohol in, and they were making their own drinks, and then at one point they bought one of those, like a bucket thing,
My
and then
favorite.
they were mixing that with whatever alcohol they had and just giving me a cup. I had 3 cups, tequila soda, whoever the fuck was in that cup.
And what the fuck was in the other cup?
Yeah, and I'm here like I'm triple fisting.
Yeah.
And no, to the point where the place is only open till 2.
Mm-hmm.
I started around right before 12. That first hour, I remember it. That last hour, I don't remember shit. I don't remember shit. I remember one point I had to go to the bathroom, and I went to the bathroom, and I come back, and the place was cleared out. And I just walk in. This is what they told me. I walked into the booth, and I kept playing music like there's people there, and the bouncer came over, and they're like, "Yo, turn off the mixer." No, he was like, "Turn off the music," and I just kept going, and he's like, "Just turn off the mixer," and they turn off the mixer, and I was like, still trying to DJ with it remember kind of leaving. I remember just closing my laptop, putting my bag, walking into my car, and then there being like, all right, somebody has to drive. Next thing you know, this is what I remember. I remember opening my eyes and there's grass. There's just grass and I'm throwing up.
That's how the night ends.
And I'm like, ah.
Ed went face first into the grass. That's what happened.
And I look up and I'm like, oh shit, we made it back to the hotel. And they're like, come on. And they're like carrying me to my fucking room. Apparently, this is what they told me. Apparently, I started slapping stickers on people's cars after. I don't remember that at all.
Like your Dexes sticker.
Dexes.
You get a sticker. You get a sticker.
And it's funny because I slapped it on my friend's car too. So she had it on her car, and I was like, why'd you put a? And she's like, you did that. I was like, I did? And I was like, yeah. And then apparently, when we were in the elevator, I looked at my reflection in the elevator, and I started spitting at myself. And I was like, why would I do that? And they're like, I don't know.
I'm disappointed in you.
And next,
It's like when James Franco would see the goblin in the mirror.
He's like, you piece of shit.
I was like, look at yourself. Look at yourself. You get Orlando, made a fool of yourself.
next thing I remember is waking up in the shower, cold water. Like, cold water snaps you out. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck is there cold water? I was yelling at everybody. They were trying to help. Yeah, they were helping me. I was like in my boxers, cold water. And then I was like, no, turn it hot. And they're like, don't turn it hot. You're going to throw up. As soon as I turn it hot, I started throwing up.
You don't know what you're talking about.
It's too cold, hot. Oh boy.
I started throwing up biome like fucking black. I remember seeing that and going, oh,
Delicious.
shit. After I felt like I puked enough, dried off, I laid in bed, and I passed out. But apparently my girl said that I was like about to throw up in bed. I kept going, and I was like, no, I don't remember that.
She was pushing him over to the side.
She was like,
She's like, not on me.
she put a towel like underneath me, and I was like, what? And then
He just one of those late at night and like, babe, give me a kiss. She's like, get the fuck away from me.
Not
Get
today.
the fuck away from me.
So, and then I wake up the next day. Surprisingly, my head wasn't pounding. Like, when you wake up, your head's pounding. My head wasn't pounding. But then again, I learned they shoved, they gave me 4 Tylenols, 4 Advils before I went to bed. So, I didn't have a headache.
You should have
Might
gotten
have
some.
been your last headache.
You should have taken some liquid IV.
Bro.
Liquid IV is the play. Let me tell you.
Delicious.
That's the play.
You guys sound so old.
Yes.
Yeah, you take it right before the night, Kevin, and
So,
You're great.
chilling.
I woke up and I didn't have a headache, but I was like, oh, man. I can feel my chest was sore. My stomach was just not right.
Throwing up.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck. So I drank some water, and they were like, all right, we're going to go to the parks today. I was like, all right, let me get ready. I was like, let me just take a shower. I feel fine. I go to the shower. Bro, I start throwing up again.
The hot water.
I get out of the shower. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. And then I'm there like, no, I need Pedialyte. So I get ready. We go to fucking Walgreens. I go get a Pedialyte and a Powerade. And I'm there in line like this.
We always think we have the answers, bro. And you never do.
I started drinking that, and it was just not settling down. I was like, fuck.
It was one of those.
We go to Universal, and everyone's like, yeah, let's go to this. I'm like, I'm good. I'm just gonna sit here.
Just the body of the crowd.
Yeah, that's how I felt. And then I hear back from Kevin and Alex, and they're like, yo, dude, whatever you did last night was crazy. It was insane. People keep talking about it. I heard from the manager call me asking who was that? What happened?
And you don't remember it.
Yeah. And then I told him, I was like, dude, that's great. I don't remember shit. And they were like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, I don't remember shit. They're like, what?
Nice.
I was like, did I fuck up? How was the music? And they're like, dude, you were mixing perfectly. I was like, I was?
The alcohol guided you.
Key to success, guys. You triple fist in the DJ booth.
Don't do it.
And you'll be alright.
Don't do it.
You deal with it the next morning, but
No. Don't do it, because everybody's not like Ed. you probably won't end up the same with doing like I was watching was it Beer Fest or something?
Yes.
And remember in when he got really drunk and he went in the bar?
Yeah.
And he thought he was macking to this chick.
Damn, where the fuck did you see Beer Fest? I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I don't remember.
Oh.
But yeah, don't do it. Because what you think you might be doing, you're not
Liquid
doing it.
IV, very important. You'll survive.
Don't be a pussy.
Sure.
I went to White Castle and I couldn't eat like.
Oh,
Damn, man. You ruined the White Castle experience?
I'm going to White Castle soon.
fuck you.
Well,
Bro, tell me how like White Castle's just white people, old white people.
I guess it depends where
That's
you
really
go.
that's really awkward because in New York it's not
all
white.
yeah.
No,
we went in New York. It's not all white.
nah, one in Orlando is like there's a line. It's just old people. Like, is that all they
You know what it is? It's the old people that left New York and upstate that came down here like, oh, I love
Yeah,
White Castle.
probably.
That's what it is.
We need a White Castle down here. I'm tired of doing that microwave shit.
They're gonna make like a Miami sandwich or something.
A Cuban sandwich.
A Cuban sandwich like slider.
Oh,
Have
That
you ever,
sounds fire.
have you ever seen the Cuban hot dog at Boyle?
Yes.
It's
That's
just
Pollo.
like-
Pollo
Pollo
Tropical.
Tropical
Yeah.
has a hot dog.
yeah, they only come out with it.
Once on a blue moon.
Yeah, 4th of July.
When the
like,
groundhog posts it out.
Delicious. All right, guys. It's been great. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This Jameson orange was fire.
I drank more than that. Though.
No, I had a lot of it. Look, we're really about to finish the bottle. I might take this home. This is delicious.
Pretty
I
good.
recommend it. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
I can drink it without any chaser.
No, it's delicious. It's delicious. All right. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys already know all our handles. We'll see you on the next one.
Make sure to follow me, DJ_Dexes DEXES. I had to read it because I'm not that smart.
I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't have been able to
We're gonna
pronounce
put
it.
on Dexes, we'll put on Rockwell Talent, we'll put on MIA
Oh,
Radio.
there you go.
We got all the handles. We got you taken care of. Ed, thanks for coming out with us today.
Thanks again, Ed.
Thanks for having me. Now enjoy my stressful week.
Take it easy, boys.
Later, guys.
We out.
Later.
See ya. Okay. All right. That's